The movie premiere commenced with a red carpet event which saw the attendance of the director and producer, cast, and production crew of the movie. The movie, according to the producer and director Chima Igbokwe, centers on local trafficking and sex slavery in Nigeria. Igbokwe says the movie is aimed at enlightening youth and the community in recognizing the different shades trafficking, which has become a social and societal problem.
Hello guys, I'm Mohamed Joshua by name. We are live in Abuja for the movie premiere Pontius on the Prowl, The Rise of a Self-Made God. The movie, they said, is about social imbalance, human trafficking, and child abuse. Before we walk you into the red carpet with the cast and director of the movie, kindly subscribe to our channel, Development Nigerian Television, and click on the bell icon to get notified each time we post a video.
In as much as I like to entertain, I'm also very keen about social problems. All right, so I would say I am a social problem filmmaker. So I have treated issues of social problems over time. This particular one, I think, is overdue to be talked about. All right, and that is why I'm talking about it. Inspiration, well, society. All right, I live here. I know what is going on here. I see what is going on here. This is about prostitution. This is about sex driving. It's about sex trafficking. It's about whatever you want to think about, sex slavery. All right? The idea is that these things, people think these things are just about, when you hear trafficking, you think about shipping somebody from here to Italy. Things happen nationally. Things happen inside here. There are people who are called pimps. So we don't even know how powerful they are. And that is what this film is talking about. It's talking about Pontius, who is a pimp, a very dangerous one at that, who now considers himself as a self-made God. But for now, what I think everybody who is going to be watching this film will be taking home with them is at least they would know more about local trafficking. They will see it in different shades it comes with. All right? Yeah. They will get to see how these guys operate sometimes. They will get to see how dangerous some of these people who call themselves pimps are. Because this is reality. Like, I am not just writing with assumption. I am writing because I have also researched into this thing. So I know these things. I am talking about it because I feel it is high time we talked about it. For the first time in my life, making a film, we were attacked by robbers. Like, robbers invaded the set. Armed robbers. When I'm talking about armed robbers, we're talking about 18 armed men. And they attacked one of the crew members. When we are introducing the crew, I will introduce him, I will talk about it and everything. They attacked the guy, they stabbed him. They stole phones. You get? So we don't talk about these things. The reason why we don't talk about these things is this. I have come to live with a particular mindset. If you cannot see the bright side of life, polish the dull side. So I don't like to talk about the dull side all the time. If it's dull for me, I polish it. So challenges for me, not anything out of place apart from the fact that we had insecurity, like we suffered that attack, and for some persons they've not gotten over it yet. When it comes to these kind of things, you can't say, if I accuse anybody, the person can sue me. I can't even think of anybody I would say, okay, let me accuse. All right? What I think is this person saw people who were making films, all right? Because they saw people who were making films, they felt, okay, if we attack these guys, we can get some money, we can get some phones, we can get some equipment and all that. So they decided to strike, all right? But fortunately, they did not get any of those things, but they attacked my men, all right? They stabbed and they stole phones. But at least our drives were saved, our cameras were saved, and that is to the glory of God.
I have that mindset that whenever I'm on set, I'm actually going to be in someone's character. So I like putting myself in that character no matter what. It's not easy. It's not easy. But you know what? You know this job. So of course you should put yourself in that shoe. So yeah. I would say I was affected too much. But at some point it just made me to understand the whole thing about life, because this thing is something that is happening to a lot of people out there. For someone to be over ambitious, because that character that is That is who she is. She just wants to come out, eat life, chop life. Let me put it that way. So yes, but there are a lot of obstacles towards achieving that. So yes, I would say I learned some things. But it was quite an experience. Yeah. Yes, there were injuries. Like it was bloody. Personally, I had some injuries, and this is movie. You have to get up. No one send you. You go stand up. So you have to just be on your feet and do your thing. So, and then being in that character, you have to read your script, understand it. You just need space on your own. Be yourself and try to be in the shoe of that character. So yes, there were a lot of challenges, but we overcame them. Sorry. So yeah.
It was quite challenging. I had to get into this. Pontius is somebody who is totally not your regular character you see, and as an actor, for you to tap into such characters, you need to make some extra effort. So it was really difficult for me. I had to change my voice, I had to dress a certain way, I had to really do certain things to really emote that character. So now that all of that is done and I'm here to see the movie, it's quite impressive. I want to see how this all comes out to be and say, oh yeah, I was that guy. What we try to do with the movie is that we're trying to let people understand that we need to open our eyes more and let people see that vices like this go on in the society, and it's quite unfortunate that most of them go on in the society and they are not checked. So we're trying to pass that message with this movie, that everybody needs to come together from the family level, from the community level, from the state level, and even the government. Everybody just needs to try and fight this injustice that have become, parts of our daily lives. Yeah. I faced a lot of challenges. There were days, because personally I have this weird eating habit, so it was quite challenging for me to eat when I wasn't supposed to eat and not eat when I was supposed to eat. And I actually lost a lot of things on set. I remember for like 4 days, my shoulder bone was really pain, because there was a scene we were doing and then they had to hit me. So I took medications for that for like a while, and then it was really challenging. I think as an actor, this is my most challenging role, emotionally, physically, mentally, and all of that. I remember at one point we were filming till about 3 a.m. in the morning, and I almost fell down on set. The only thing that kept me going was like, I don't want to be that person that they point to and say, okay, this guy fell on set. The makeup, while they were doing my makeup at some point, I was dozing and they had to just hold my head. But at the end of the day, that's why we are actors. Now the work we did do.
We all know the movie was mainly about human trafficking, but we are trying to portray prostitution and not a prostitute, so it was really hard removing that prostitute part out of it. I'm a fighter, so it was quite easy to fight against being a prostitute, like via. I think there was a particular scene, that's the torture scene. I know after that particular scene, I was angry all through. I could not sleep, I could not eat because I was just pissed. Because I was like putting myself in the shoes of people that are actually suffering out there that we do not know about yet. So I was pissed and I don't know, it just changed my mood entirely. The scene where Pontius burnt Via's corpse, Ella's corpse, sorry, I had injuries on my leg because of the thoraces and everything around it, and it was really difficult at some point because I kept falling over and over again. Mr. Igbokwe will always tell you to fall and all of that, so I had some injuries and bruises, but I'm fine now.